Hey everyone! So I'm finally ready to share my 2023 planner lineup. It's been super busy around here, so it took me a while to get everything set up. For 2023, I'm going to be in 3 planners. I have my personal rings, which is my main everyday carry, like personal assistant planner. And then I have my Hobonichi cousin, which I'm going to use as a design planner / documenting planner. And then I have a spiral print press planner, which I'm going to use as my pre-planner, mainly for the shop. So today I'm going to show you a flip through of all 3. So first I'm going to start with my pre-planner. So like I said, I'm in a spiral print pression planner. I got this like a year or 2 ago. I've always wanted to use it. I just couldn't figure out how I was going to use it because I'm mainly a one planner type girl, but I love playing with different planners. So for this year, I'm trying it out as a pre-planner. This cover is actually from a very old Erin Condren planner I used to have, and all I did was trim a little bit off the bottom and then it fit perfectly here on my print pression planner. I might be changing the cover, but for now, this is what I have. And then when you open it up, I have our year overview calendar that went out in a recent monthly subscription. This is just a clear cover. And then here is my January mood board. So every month I make a mood board for our artist. And so she just pulls inspiration from here. It's actually this way. So just some images for that January New Year vibe and then the colorway that I want. So each month I just glue in the mood board right at the front of the month. And then here's the monthly spread. So the monthly spreads in this planner are all blank and undated. I just added some stickers from our shop to date it for January. I use this monthly spread for a big picture of planning out my main content. I use the sidebar for listing out all the items from our monthly subscriptions and our new releases, so I can plan when to share it on social media, and then when I do, I just put a little check mark. Then when you go to the week, I still need to kind of plan everything out. This whole area is a work in progress, but I think it's going to remain pretty simple. It's just a place for me to plan out what I'm going to post on a daily basis. So the monthly is more of the main content, and then the weekly is daily stuff, like daily Instagram posts. So I'm going to try that out for this week and next week, and then we'll see what we do for February. And then I wanted to show you when you flip to the next month, again, you have this mood board. So this is for February. So just this whole like romantic vibe. And then this page is actually meant for January. So this is the divider for February. So February starts after this. And then I think this might be for like a review for the month, but I'm using it differently because it's right next to my mood board. I'm using it as this is my whole February vibe and plan. And this is mostly in regards to product. So for example, here, I just write down ideas of what I want to do for the sub. And then these are for ideas of things I might want to do in the shop. And then this area can be for extra notes regarding content or product or anything like that. Just an extra space for notes. I did the same thing for March. Of course, very spring. And then I think, do I have April in here? Oh yes. So you'll get a little sneak peek here of April. I just gave this mood board to our artist. I always do like a home decor kind of theme in April for like spring cleaning and stuff. And then that's all I have so far for the months. And then in the back, I just use some big sticky notes to list out ideas for content and product. So as I'm designing or creating content, I can reference these lists. So yeah, this is my pre-planning planner. And so this is mainly just for the business, for content and design. And then next I have my Hobonichi cousin. I always get questions about this cover. This is actually a clear plastic cover with like a glitter, I don't even know what this is. It's kind of like a material. It's very textured. I got this on a notebook years and years ago, but I saved the cover and it just so happens to fit my A5 Hobonichi cousin perfectly. And so as I mentioned, I'm using this planner as a design planner to show off, you know, our different stickers. So it's more decorative than my personal rings, but then also for documenting. So let me show you how I set it up. So in the front cover, I put one of our large adhesive pockets. This is the Luxe pattern, and I just have one sheet of stickers in here, which I use for mood tracking. And then I have a mood board for the year. And I plan to use some more of these washi strip stickers to tape in pictures that go with my top 3 goals for the year. So I'll share that with you once I find the images I want to put there. And then my first section is tracking. So you'll notice I have these little page flags across the side. These are temporary placeholders. I plan to replace it with something a little bit more durable later on, but it's also telling me what I'm using each section for. So this calendar is for tracking, and that's what these little emotion stickers are from. Sometimes I do struggle with anxiety and those kind of emotions, so I just wanted to track how often I'm feeling those emotions. And then on the next page where you have this more like perpetual calendar for the year, I am doing some other kind of tracking. Here at the top, I'm putting my health habit for the month. So each month I'll have a new health habit. And then here I'm tracking different things. HH is for health habit. I have no spend. This C is for when I post content, and then Instagram posts, and then for my goals content, which I haven't launched yet. That's why it's totally blank. And then down here, I'm using this space for logging what books I read for the month. So then the next section is my monthly section. So really what I'm using this spread for is more like personal type items on here. I'm not putting any of my shop stuff besides a couple of goals here. This is mainly for personal things. So really I didn't have these things in here when I started January. I had the stickers and some of these events. And then what I do as the days pass, if there's anything special that happened, then I want to highlight it here. So this is a monthly overview of highlights for the month. And then for my weekly overview, my goal is to play with more stickers in here for fun because I do love stickers. I keep my personal rings kind of like bare bones, very minimal stickers. But in here, I want to use more of the decorative and stickers from other shops and just kind of have a little bit more fun. So this is what I did the first week. And then this is what I did last week. Each week, I'm just going to play around with the layout and keep adding more stickers and make it more fun. And then here in the daily pages is my commonplace notebook. What I'm using this for, and I am going to share some pages with you guys real quick so you can see, but I covered up a lot like here. What I'm using this for is sometimes a journal, a place for notes, a place for brainstorming, quotes, anything like that. It's just basically a catch-all. So like here, I'm writing about my planner lineup, some books I want to read, some journaling, using my Canon Ivy photo printer to add little photos, quotes. So what I have been doing is using this side for journaling and this side for notes, like quotes, notes from books, videos, podcasts. But sometimes I didn't have time to read that day or consume any content, so that's why it's blank. So I'm trying to figure it out still. And then the Hobonichi cousin, if you don't know, has just a few blank note pages in the back. And what I'm using that space for is for tracking. And I was too lazy to draw this out on the notes pages, so I just printed it out from one of our inserts and glued it in. This is for health stats. And then I'm also tracking our business stats here. So that's my little like log section. And then lastly is my pen test section. But yeah, that's it. That is my Hobonichi cousin. And then last is my personal rings planner. Like I said, this is my everyday carry main planner. So right now I'm in the Vanderspek beige Croco. This is what the inside looks like. I keep my favorite friction pen in here, the same pen I've been using for years. And then I keep my favorite color Tombow dual tip in here. In this front zipper, I don't have anything in there right now, but in this pocket here, I have our tab sticky notes. In this front little pocket, I have a washi card with my Simply Gilded washi. And then in the front secretarial pocket, I just have a few of my my most used or favorite stickers. And then this dashboard, I've been using it forever. It's my favorite dashboard. And then I keep this planner card that we used to sell in the shop attached to it with this allll clip, which is like a taupe color. And then I have this pocket page from Catspresso Co. And I just keep the other 3 sizes of our taupe sticky notes. I use all of these all the time, so I like to keep them handy inside my planner. And then on the back, I like these circle sticky notes from Papery Planning. And then I have 8 dividers. I have my yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily in the front. And then I have wellness, personal, business, and finances in the back. So on this first divider, I just put one of our small adhesive pockets to hold my stencil in here. This first section is my yearly section. I also have these bottom tabs that are goals, month, week, and day. So each of these sections are broken down into 2 subsections. Here's yearly, and right when you open up, I have our important dates insert layered over our year at a glance. I use this to track my periods. And then I have this year tracker, which I use to track our health appointments. Behind there, I have some tracking for my daughter's school. And then here's the bottom divider that says goals. So basically, this first section is just for like a year overview, reference / tracking. And then when you go to this subdivider, this goes to my goals for the year and my planning routines. So here are our tab sticky notes. I just list some things like health habits I want to try this year, vacations we want to try to do this year. And then I have this dashboard. I thought it was cute to layer over my goals. And then I have a bucket list for the year. And then I have recurring tasks and planning routines for the year, the month, the week, and the day. And then behind that, I have my cleaning routines. The next tab is monthly. I have a quarterly planner here where I like to just brainstorm what projects I want to work on each month. So that's what I'm using this section for. And then this section, I thought it would be helpful just to have at a glance any vacations or breaks that my girls have from school. So when we're planning our family vacations, I have that to easily reference. And then I have my monthly tab. So the monthly tab takes me to the current month. And then I have some more of those tab sticky notes. This is like a personal brain dump, a business brain dump, and then my monthly calendar. So this is a forward planning calendar. These are things that I wouldn't put on my Google Calendar, but things that I need to remember as I'm planning out my month or week or day or whatever. I just log it here. And then here is my monthly spread. So it's a little bit different than before. I moved a lot of the content and shop stuff out of here into my Spiral pre-planner, and it made it a lot more clear. I do still have shop stuff here, but mainly I use this as project planning, not for appointments or meetings and stuff like that. And then on the back, I have design notes. So these are all the things that will release for the month. I covered this up because this is still a surprise. So I have January in here, and then I have February ready to go. I just keep 2 months, the current month and the next month in here. And then I have this insert for future months. So if there's anything that pops up, then I just jot it down here. Here's my weekly section. This is kind of like my meal planning section. So I use this top part to log what meals we have eaten for the month. And then down here, I plan out our menu for the week. On the back, I have some more page flags that have some of our favorite meals on it. And so as I'm planning out the week, I'll pull from these. And then this extra little insert is to put the meals we already had for the month. And then when you go to the bottom tab that says week, it takes me to the current week. The first page I use for meal logging. So here is meal planning, but then here's where I'm actually logging what I'm eating each day. I always start falling off on the weekends. Here's my weekly overview, and then content related things. And then I have one more set here for the last week of January. So this is my daily section. Here I just keep my daily routines. And then this divider, which says today, this insert here on the other side is for monthly tracking. And it's part of my daily dashboard where I can see what I need to track. And then this sticky note is for customer service. I just put a blank one in here to protect the information of my customers. This is my daily spread. I keep a month's worth of daily inserts in here. And then here are my back tabs. I have Wellness First. Really what I'm keeping in here is just for project planning. For January, I'm working on health appointments. For personal, I'm working on my daughter's birthday, updating addresses still. We've been here for 6 months and I'm still updating addresses, and then changing my passwords. I try to do that every year. And then in the business section, my taxes, and then changing passwords for the business side as well. And then in my finances, I can only show you a little bit of this because it has tons of private information. This first page here is for logging our spending, and I have this little pocket here to hold receipts. And then this set of inserts is actually my budget for the business and personal, so I can't show you any of that. Behind that, I have this little planner pocket that I made myself, and I keep receipts in here of returns I need to make. Then I have this little page lifter, and then I use the back of my planner as a wallet. So I have all my debit cards, credit cards, license, and then I keep cash in this back pocket. And then in the big pocket in the back, I keep some extra note paper, and I keep this thick cardstock. It's just a black thick cardstock, which I use because this planner can get pretty floppy and I like a little bit more structure. So I just stuck that cardstock back there for some structure. And then lastly, I have this little cash divider thing that we are going to make available in the shop soon. I just have mine labeled for myself, my husband, and my 2 daughters, and then any of our own personal spending cash that we have. So yeah, that is my personal rings planner, my everyday main planner, and that's my lineup so far for 2023. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully I'll be able to stick with them. Throughout the months, I hope to do flip throughs and updates on all 3 planners here on my YouTube channel, so make sure you're subscribed, maybe turn on your notifications so you don't miss any videos, and let me know what other kind of videos you would like to see in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.